What would you do if you found yourself face to face with a shark? An intriguing question, right? We've seen shark depictions in media, some based on reality, others on Hollywood exaggerations. However, encounters with sharks are rare, as uncommon as finding a four-leaf clover in a large meadow. In fact, lightning strikes are more likely than a shark bite. Contrary to popular belief, sharks aren't terrifying monsters but misunderstood ocean dwellers, often more afraid of us than we are of them. Yet, shark encounters, though rare, do occur. It's essential to know how to respond correctly. We are only visitors in their ocean home. The goal here is not to instill fear, but to foster understanding. Sharks, like any creature, act on instinct, aiming for survival, not malice. With correct knowledge and response, a shark encounter need not end badly. Soon we'll demystify sharks, dispel fears, and share facts. We'll guide you on what to do in the unlikely event of a shark encounter. Understanding shark behavior can greatly increase your chances of survival. This is the crucial first step towards peaceful coexistence with these amazing deep-sea creatures. Imagine you are swimming and suddenly a shark appears. What's the first thing you do? It might seem counterintuitive, but staying calm is your best bet. Panic will only cause you to flail and thrash around, and in the shark's eyes, this can make you appear as prey. Instead, try to keep your cool. Maintain a steady breathing pattern and control your movements. Remember, smooth and slow is the way to go. Now let's talk about eye contact. Sharks, like many predators, prefer an easy meal. They're less likely to attack if they think you're aware of their presence. So, keep your eyes on the shark. It may feel unnerving, but maintaining eye contact can signal to the shark that you're not an easy target. Of course, these steps won't guarantee your safety, but they can significantly increase your chances of deterring an attack. Remember, sharks respect assertiveness. Show them you're not an easy prey. Now you've kept your cool and maintained eye contact, but the shark is still interested. What next? Well, let's talk about defensive positioning. It might not sound like a big deal, but trust me, it's crucial. You see, sharks are experts in underwater navigation. They've got this down to a science, and we're just visitors in their domain. So what we need is a strategy that can help level the playing field. First up, try to stay vertical in the water. This might feel counterintuitive when your instinct is probably telling you to swim away as fast as you can. However, maintaining a vertical position reduces the surface area that the shark can attack. Think about it. You're a lot wider if you're horizontal than if you're vertical, so by staying upright, you're presenting less of a target. Now you might be wondering, how do I keep the shark in sight if I'm vertical? That's where the next part comes in. Regardless of what position you're in, you need to keep the shark in your line of sight at all times. Never turn your back on a shark. It's a bit like playing hide and seek with a predator. Except in this case, losing means a whole lot more than hurt pride. Finally, if there's any solid structure around, like a reef or a boat, try to back up against it. This eliminates one direction the shark can come from, and it could give you the extra seconds you need to respond if the shark decides to make a move. Remember, these are wild creatures. They're unpredictable, and there's no foolproof way to guarantee your safety. But by maintaining a vertical position, keeping the shark in sight, and using the environment to your advantage, you're doing everything you can to tilt the odds in your favor. Positioning yourself correctly can make all the difference. So keep these tips in mind the next time you find yourself sharing the ocean with our finned friends. Wait a second before we dive into our next survival tip. Have you hit the subscribe and like button yet? If not, let me give you a quick 5 seconds to do just that. Every subscription and like helps us create more content like this, ensuring you're always prepared, whether on land or in the deep blue sea. Ready? Here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you for your support. Now let's get back to our survival guide. What if the shark decides to get up close and personal? Now that's a question none of us want to face, but it's crucial to know what to do if this situation arises. It's about survival. It's about you versus the shark, and it's about being smart, not strong. Firstly, understand that the shark isn't out to get you. It's just curious. It's up to you to convince it that you are not an easy meal. If the shark gets too close for comfort, your best bet is to use defensive measures. You've got to aim for the shark's most sensitive areas, and no, we're not talking about its heart. The eyes and gills are your targets. These are the shark's most sensitive parts, and striking them can cause the shark to retreat. But remember, you're not trying to harm the shark, but merely to discourage it. Now you're probably wondering, how do I hit a shark? Well, it's not about brute force, but rather precision and timing. If the shark is approaching you from the front, Aim for the eyes or the gills with your fist, elbow, or whatever you have at hand. If you're holding a diving knife or a spear, use it to keep the shark at bay, but don't try to stab it. But what if the shark is coming from behind? Try to turn and face the shark if possible. If not, use your feet to deliver a swift kick to the snout. It will momentarily stun the shark, giving you a chance to get away. Remember, these defensive measures are a last resort. The best thing to do is to avoid putting yourself in a situation where you have to use them. But if you do find yourself in a face-off with a shark, stay focused, stay calm, and remember these tips. Fight back, but only if it's necessary. Remember, your goal is to discourage the shark, not injure it. Because at the end of the day, the ocean is their home, and we're just visitors. So, let's make sure we're respectful guests. You've successfully deterred the shark and it swims away. What should you do now? Well, you're not out of the woods just yet. Your next steps are equally crucial in ensuring your safety. First and foremost, you need to exit the water as swiftly and calmly as you can. It's important to not splash around or make sudden movements, as this can attract the shark back to your location. Remember, sharks are drawn to erratic movements and disturbances in the water. So keep your movements smooth and controlled. If you're in a group, stick together. A group of people can appear as a larger, more threatening entity to a shark, which can be a deterrent. Once you're back on dry land, your next step should be to alert the local authorities about the shark encounter. This is not only to ensure your own safety, but also the safety of others who might be in the water. Provide as many details as possible: the size of the shark, its behavior, and the location of the encounter. This information can help authorities assess the situation and take necessary precautions to prevent future incidents. If you've sustained any injuries, no matter how minor, seek medical attention immediately. Even a small cut or scrape can lead to infection if not properly treated. And remember, the shock of a shark encounter can often mask the pain of an injury, so it's essential to get checked out regardless. And finally, take some time to mentally process the encounter. It's normal to feel a range of emotions, from relief to fear to exhilaration. Consider seeking professional help if you find yourself struggling with the aftermath. There's no shame in taking care of your mental health. Surviving a shark encounter is about preparation, understanding, and quick thinking. Stay safe out there. Let's recap what we've learned today about surviving a shark encounter. The initial encounter with a shark can be startling, but it's crucial to stay calm. Panic can attract the shark and make the situation worse. Keeping eye contact can also help, as sharks often disengage when they feel watched. Next, finding the right defensive position is crucial. Try to stay vertical and avoid letting the shark get behind you. If a shark does get too close, don't hesitate to use defensive measures. Aim for the shark's sensitive areas like the eyes or gills. After a shark encounter, seek immediate medical attention, even if your injuries seem minor. Sharks have bacteria in their mouth that can cause infections. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to dealing with nature's most misunderstood creatures. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. And before we dive into our next adventure, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. By doing this, you'll be the first to know when we upload new content. We promise it's going to be exciting, informative, and packed with interesting survival tips. Just like our shark encounter tutorial, we aim to keep you prepared for whatever nature has in store, so don't miss out. Click that subscribe button, hit the bell, and join us on this thrilling journey of exploration and survival. Until our next adventure, stay curious, stay prepared, and most importantly, stay safe.